Are we doing this? Okay. Oh yeah, we're getting deep. It took us 4 days. 4 days. On Tuesday, I went to Hogwarts for the launch of the Forbidden Forest. I was very, very excited. I'd looked forward to it a really long time. Aside from all the Potter stuff, one of my favourite things about going to certain events is dress up. I love going to events and I always try and dress up a little bit because it's fun. But for some reason last Tuesday, it didn't work. Nothing worked. I went and had a shower and did my hair and it didn't work. So I went and had another shower and did my hair again and it still didn't work. And I did it a third time and I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do and I hated it. Ironically, I have tried filming this video 3 times and it hasn't worked each time. In the end, I was like, you know what, it is what it is, that's annoying, I'll just get dressed. So I opened my wardrobe and nothing worked. I tried on every combination of outfits in my wardrobe and not one of them made me feel good. Nothing seemed to fit me right, nothing flattered me right, and the top didn't work with the jeans and the boots didn't make any sense, and in the end I was like, oh, sod it, so I'll just cover everything up and just go out. And I did go out, but I got halfway down my road, stopped in my tracks, turned around and came back and changed again. I felt so out of sorts and so uncomfortable because for the past month or so, I felt so good about myself. I have felt so confident and I was so excited to go to this and dress up and look nice and feel great, and it just didn't happen. When we got on the train, I told my friends this, and I'm so glad I did, because it really made me think about things differently. Becky looked at me and said, you know what, it's so interesting because I was literally sat here before we had this conversation thinking, Dan looks great tonight. And Jack said he saw me come home before I went out again and was going to tell me that my outfit looked really nice, but saw that I was quite flustered, so thought he'd just leave me to it. And then it occurred to me that it didn't matter. They could have told me those things when they thought them, but my response would have been, yeah, thanks, but you're wrong. And that's when I realised that when we say, you know, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, it doesn't just mean fuck the haters. It also applies to, it doesn't matter if your friends think you look great, because if you don't feel good, then nothing is going to make you feel good. One of the big things I struggle with is that, and I don't know if you've noticed this, I'm quite a hairy guy. And I don't actually mind it, but it always gets commented on. It's always talked about. Whether it's just a casual sort of, oh, Dan's got his chest hair out again, or even comments in my videos saying that it makes me look dirty. The hormones have made me hairy. Alright? So then when I talk about that, people are like, well, maybe you shouldn't wear V-necks. And it's like, well, fuck you, I feel comfortable in V-necks. I'll wear whatever I want to wear. Well, maybe you should sort of shave it off or have a little wax. First of all, ow. But then if I do that, then I'm left with my sort of pale torso that isn't sculpted in any way and, you know, in certain light looks a little bit like a blancmange. And that then makes me think, well, when one solution leads to another potential problem, why are we still looking for solutions? And what do we want those solutions to do? Like, I want to go to the gym because I feel good when I go to the gym and I exercise and it makes me feel like I can attack the day better. I'm not overweight by any stretch of the imagination, but I do want to tone my body up a bit, and that will make me feel happy, potentially. But equally, it would mean some sacrifice, like I'd maybe have to bake less, or I'd have to stop cooking indulgent foods for people, and that's something in itself that makes me happy. So say I work really hard and I get the sculpted, toned body that I want at the cost of something else that makes me happy, then maybe in this situation I'm not going to be fully happy. I have insecurities about my nose, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll get a nose job, but then I thought, well, what if I fix that and I think, great, that's fixed, I'll just have surgery on another part of my body that I don't fully like, and another bit, and it's a slippery slope. Or I have it done and I don't like it and I can't go back. I don't know if I'm rambling or making any sense, but I'm thinking that maybe the solution is stop looking for a solution. What calmed me down last week wasn't my friends telling me they thought I looked good, and it wasn't even Hogwarts. It was partly Hogwarts. It was also a train journey where we shared stories, and we all agree that there are some days where we feel a little bit bad about ourselves, but there are also days where we feel amazing about ourselves. We're all the same, we're all just normal, and there are going to be people who you look at and go, oh, I wish I could look like you, but that person is going to have a day where they feel down about themselves. There are going to be days when we feel dreadful and our hair won't do what we want it to do, and none of our outfits are going to work with each other, and you're just going to want to scream and take a sledgehammer to all of your belongings. But there are also going to be days where you feel great, and in that moment, the rest is noise.